So we talked about as is 12A for the contract in sale and purchase, but now we're going to talk about 12B. Okay. Very rarely, but market's changing, so maybe more often moving forward, you may want the seller to make repairs. Okay. So that's section 12B. You would check that, and then you have to put a dollar amount that you would like as repair credit. So, for example, you're in the house, you're walking around, and the buyer notices a handful of things that they know need to be fixed. Okay, and they want those things fixed prior to closing. You would check 12B, and then you would put a dollar amount here. Let's say $3,000. Okay, and then what that tells the seller is that you're then going to fill out a request for repairs form, which is also found in the blank form section of Form Simplicity, and you're going to detail out exactly the repairs you want the seller to make for you, and they have $3,000 in which to make those repairs. And once the $3,000, once they run out of that money, they cease making repairs. So if you've got 10 repairs that you put onto the request for repairs form, and by the time they get to the fifth repair, they've already used up the $3,000. The seller is not obligated to make those remaining repairs. Additionally, if you have a loan that requires WDO repairs, such as an FHA or VA loan, the money for repairs have to be applied towards the WDO repairs first. And that's what this section 12B really talks about. All right, and if any repairs are requested by the buyer obviously has to provide copies of all those inspection reports so that the seller can then look at those, and their contractors and everybody can see the kind of repairs that need to be made. Very rarely will you do 12B. Very rarely. But if you do, you will check B, you'll put the dollar amount in, and then when you have to request the repairs, you go to the blank form section and use the request for repairs form. You do not use the request for repairs form when you check 12A. Okay, you do not use the request for repairs form when you check 12A. We do repair requests on addendums when we check 12A. Now, there's one more section here, section 12C. If you find yourself waiving inspections and the right to do inspections, you need to stop immediately. Do not check 12C, and you need to come find me or find Michelle or Joe. Do not check this box ever. If you find yourself compelled to check it, stop and call somebody. Again, make sure you understand 199 through 204 and as it pertains to re-inspections and final walkthroughs. And that completes Section 12 of the contract for sale and purchase.